The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 34. NASDAQ is up 11. S&P's are flat. Gold contracts up $2 trading at $12.14. You get silver up 10 cents at $17.25. Both silver and gold, they cut a good bid yesterday, and bottom line, they won't back off this morning. You get platinum down $1.50 at $9.74. Oil's off $1, 51.45, and I suspect this week it's going to be the same thing. No oil numbers tomorrow.
Probably.
Today,
yeah.
probably tomorrow.
Federal holiday Monday, so that pushes things.
So we got oil and gas tomorrow.
Always fun.
It's a beautiful thing. Notes are down 10 ticks, 124.29. You got the 30-year bond off 28 ticks at 152.14, and good old King Dollar. King Dollar just can't handle it. It's up 290 ticks after being down over 1,000 ticks yesterday. It was up 500 ticks this morning and just can't handle it. Trading at 100.600, and that's the number to keep your eye on.
I was going to say, look at that number, 100, 600.
That's the number, man.
To the thousandth of a tick.
Yeah.
Now it's 610, but.
Totally. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim. And Kevin is all beefed up from the soybean meal because good old soybean meal, man. It was up 2.4% yesterday. That thing was flying, no doubt. And listen, folks, right here at TFNN, every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hinks, Scott Connor, swim lessons. It's a phenomenal program, folks. If you want true education inside the option market, also inside the futures market, get it right on your cell phone. So if you happen to be, coming down the coast of Portland right now, listening at 7 o'clock in the morning, remember, your time would be
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock in the morning, right on your cell phone.
TFNN, right?
9, 10,
Yes,
11, 12. Yeah. TFNN.com. Just hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
How's everything, guys? Good morning.
Morning,
Good
Kevin.
morning, man.
Well, here we are.
Yep.
Right?
Earnings.
We're still looking at banks' earnings. They're coming out, but the banks' earnings seem to be putting in highs in the banks temporarily, right?
Yeah.
I think it's this is, and we talked about this yesterday on the Swim Lesson Show. Markets get overbought, markets get oversold.
Sure.
Right? They get overcooked one direction or the other. And you could be the most bullish person in banks in the world, but that doesn't mean they're not going to correct here a little bit. They've run a long way, right? And these numbers are coming in. I thought Goldman's numbers looked good today, not blow-off numbers, but significantly better than expectations.
Sure.
So all these banks are doing well. That's already been cooked into the numbers, but now their guidance has got to set the table for the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's like, what are you going to do for me now? Because, it's interesting. They were selling off Goldman. They were selling off all the banks with some good volume yesterday.
Right.
So it was like, wow, man, that's pretty intense.
Well, it's like,
People
just
are lightening their load, that's for sure.
I was just going to say, look at Goldman. Goldman's up 50% in the past 4 months. So guess what? If you're a bull, are you really saying that it was undervalued to the tune of 60, 70, 80% just 4 months ago, right? That's what you got to start thinking about. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Tommy, that's exactly right. We've been talking about the banks on swim lessons now for, it seems like 18 months.
Yeah.
That they were trading at or below book value. And, why? Well, the 10-year yield was 1.3.
Right.
January, February of last year. And now it's 2.3.
Right.
But it hit 2.6. Now it's backing off a little bit. If you don't think that these banks are tied to this 10-year yield in this bond market, look again, because they are really following this 10-year yield.
Yeah, big time. And, like I was saying yesterday to Kevin, it's like, oh, boy, this is going to be amazing if this bond market is not over.
Sure.
Because, when you look at it, it's like it would totally make sense. You know, all the money's going to get pumped in. Then I start thinking this morning, though, I says, you know what, man? The rest of the world, if that starts falling apart, that stops everything because our markets will tank and the 10-year will bang. That rate will go down so fast it'll be insane.
Yeah,
you're exactly right, Tom. I mean, if the rest of the world starts to lag, they'll come for our bonds.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Right.
They'll come for safe havens.
Yep. And yeah, wow, man.
There's so many. It's going to be interesting. And remember, they come for those safe havens, and that correlates right into our banks and our brokerages.
Yes.
So, absolutely, the correlations are just the ripple effect is gargantuan.
It is amazing, man. You know, so yesterday, you know, after we were talking, I don't follow the soybean meal as much. I got to start doing that. But
I kind of wish I didn't after yesterday. But oh my goodness, how about that move?
It was huge, man. And so, what was that move? Just about the dollar, Kevin? Or was that move that there's less crush around, or what was happening there?
I think it was $1.
Okay.
I think it was acreage and plantings for next year, which are starting to filter into the market. You know, as we get close, it's about South America having some issues. Now they're talking about too much rain in South America.
Okay,
right?
Cool.
So it was kind of a perfect storm. The dollar certainly, put a big bid. News out of South America put in a bid, and it was off to the races. Not only did the flat price rally, but all the spreads came flying in as well.
Right.
So they put a little risk premium in this market. Remember, there's two markets. There's America.
Yep.
And then there's South America. Well, South America is right in the middle of their crop. Remember, they plant in October and they harvest in May.
Yes. Now, listen, on when you have the futures, there's the futures on Thursday every week?
Yes, Thursday.
Okay, so today, folks, we get options. Tomorrow we get futures. 12 o'clock right here. Kevin, thanks so much. We look forward to the show.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow right now down 25. Nasdaq's up 12. S&Ps are up 1.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 15. You get the Nasdaq up 12. S&Ps are up 2. Let's go take a look and see what is the what the strength versus the weaknesses inside these markets right now. So inside the Dow, you get American Express is up 0.7. You get J.P. Morgan up 0.7. 3M's up 0.6, and Visa's up 0.5. Taken away from it, you have United Health down 0.2 or 328.
2%.
2%, yeah, sorry. Walmart down 0.8%. Exxon off 0.7.
What's going on with American Express and Visa? Can we take a look?
Yeah, totally.
Both of them being up there?
Let's see. So we got American Express first. So they come out. Is today the 19th?
No, it's
tomorrow the 19th?
I believe.
Okay.
Yes, today's the 18th. So
they come out with their numbers tomorrow. And they're pushing their highs, you know?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I mean, the same with that. Look at that move. $60.
It's a 30% rise since that day.
And this has a high volume spike, so it wants to be tested.
Can you see if there's any news on them?
Yes.
Just curious when both of them move together like that, you know.
Yes, exactly.
American Express likely to highlight loan growth, maybe loan quality outlook is likely fourth quarter. So maybe they're just talking about loans here,
right?
And that would be something that December credit card delinquencies they already have out there. So I'm wondering there's some stuff trickling out last night, and that's probably what's third upgrade. So they got an upgrade. There you go.
Right. And those, it is amazing when I look back at about, the beginnings of like credit cards and then send you, do you want this loan? Do you want that loan? And now they're also aggressive. It's unbelievable. It's like they spend so much money.
If you have a mailbox, you know all about it. Exactly. No matter where that mailbox is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we go over to Visa, we take a look at Visa. So Visa's up 39 cents. This one here, let's see. Yeah, that's
so Barron's, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Boost Visa, MasterCard.
Yeah.
So they're all
right.
Amex gets third upgrade this month. So Visa forms death cross. I'm not sure what's going. That's going back to the 13th though. So these are the only two really that are current.
And if we go into the NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100 as to what's moving it. You get Fastenal is up 4.6%. You get T-Mobile up 2.9, Qualcomm's up 2.3, and Western Digital is up 2.1. Taken away from it is NetEase. NetEase is down 2.3. Dollar Tree's up 2.8. CSX, which is the rail, down 2%. Let me see this one, because this was interesting. This was coming off the high yesterday with volume.
Wow, but look at where it is since it opened.
Yeah.
It's up $1.25 since it opened almost.
Right, so let's see what they had to say. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so...
No, that means they already came out if it said 411.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, no, yeah.
So they're all, this is,
Is that this morning?
Yeah. Guidance, better conditions for pricing in 2017 right here. Savings in 2017. There's so much stuff that they come out with.
There is, no, I know.
Full year earnings growth also expected. Low to mid-teens year over year. First quarter outlook unchanged. Revenue rose 9.2%.
That's a lot of money, right?
They're a giant. They are.
Yeah.
Here you go, right here.
Yeah, so
49 versus 50 cents.
Okay.
They beat on revenues by 3.04 billion. I know.
Monster.
It's like 3.04 versus 2.89. Yeah, that's not that bad. That's that's like $105 million difference for revenue.
And of course, what ends up happening there is if you get the bills paid, all of that can go right to the bottom line.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. I'm sure they have those numbers too, but
yeah,
market likes it since the open at least.
Yeah, no doubt. And so let's see what else. Tractor Supply. So Tractor Supply is down $1.99. This baby here that hasn't come out
February
with numbers
1st. Yep.
Yeah.
How about Dollar Tree? Can we go look at them?
Absolutely.
I'm wondering whether. So I was hearing news about Target. Did Target come out with their numbers
Yeah,
yet?
they did. We'll pull that up.
So maybe this is what's affecting. We'll see. Maybe Dollar Tree came out as well. What was their news?
Let's see.
For their earnings. Okay, 228. So they got a while. Let's see. No, nothing really dramatic.
It's probably. TGT. I think is
Yeah.
Target.
So Target in-store sales are a big problem.
Target is the number that's pushing these other ones. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, and that's it. So they had, I think I heard, online growth. Okay, yeah. So holiday comp sales fell 1.3%. They adjusted their earnings per share. Wow, there's the big one. That's huge. 145 to 155 as opposed to 155 to 175. That's a huge adjustment.
I would hate to be in that business because if Target is getting hit, everyone's going to get hit.
And that's it, I'm sure, because they're a low-cost retailer,
yeah,
right? And
it's
and
a
they
clean
have quality
store.
goods for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what they were
and
talking,
they sell groceries too,
right?
You know?
And they're getting into those types of a low-cost retailer. But guess what, man? It's like they're losing so much just on retail sales that even though they're making some headway in the online, they're saying it's not even close to enough for what they're losing.
Right.
Yeah.
Those big stores cost a lot of money to run.
Yeah. They should just be building aerial warehouses like Amazon. Can you imagine being in one of those boardrooms trying to compete with Amazon when you see that they're just going to have flying blimps as warehouses? I mean, it's quite a future.
It certainly is.
We're here. I mean, there was news a couple of days ago. Do you see Airbus is going to potentially begin testing self-driving cars, self-flying cars by the end of this year, potentially? Yeah. Now, this is, you're talking about
that is
years
so
away.
Cool. But
the
Jetsons, man.
Jetsons. And what they are is they're automated, so it's not like you need to be a pilot. They'd be the type of thing where, we have automated driving, where they'd be automated flying. And just the fact that they're talking about they're testing some kind of prototype this year is pretty remarkable in terms of how fast technology may be moving in that direction. Yeah. Now think about that, right? What if Airbus does that? Now what if then they partner with something like Uber? But guess what? What if they just cut Uber out? That's where technology can change so fast.
Right.
Why would they even include Uber? If they have all the cars that you need, which are flying, then they just create their own app. The flying car picks you up, and Uber's like out of business overnight. Now, really, things could change that fast when technology, if you can't keep up,
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. That whole thing that there's always a better mousetrap is so real.
Yeah, I mean, you think that Uber...
And they're right in front of us, too.
And that's what's remarkable, reading the article, and it's just a prototype. It's just, who knows, right? Airbus, it's in their benefit to talk it up. Who knows how close that is to reality, but guess what? We're sitting here talking about the company right now. That's why they're talking it up. But in reality, man, why would they partner up with anybody else if you had every single flying self-automated vehicle? Why would you include anybody else? You just create an app yourself.
You only would if you could grow quicker. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
If you have all the technology, that'd be like if somebody owned all the cars.
Right.
If Ford was the only company making cars,
but
why would they use Uber? Because you just create a Ford
app. The
app.
other night, though, which is interesting, is that why didn't Google just make Woz instead of buying it for $1 billion?
Waze,
right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
That's a little bit different, though.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different because there's other different mapping applications. There's no other flying cars that drive themselves. If you own that entire market, that's what. Yeah.
Flying cars, here we come, folks.
2017.
And they're going to have computers in them so we can trade.
Of course they are, right? Exactly.
You stay right there. Tommy and I coming right back. You get the Dow down 11, Nasdaq's up 9, S&P's up $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We are going to take our flying car and we're going to Erie, Pennsylvania.
We'll be right there. Let's fly there. Perfect.
Boom, there's the button. Hey, Marie, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I was wondering what you know about little drones.
Little drones. I don't know anything about it, but I'd like to have one. That's for sure.
Well, I'm wondering if my neighbor has one. I was working out in the yard 2 days ago, and there was a drone just about maybe 60 feet above me.
Okay, that's pretty.
And makes you wonder, you know.
Well, you know what? Yesterday, right? What happened is that in New York City, there was there's a firm that has drones, and the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, just fined them $300,000. And what they were doing is that what happens inside certain cities, New York, has this, that you cannot fly drones without a license, and you can't fly them so close to certain buildings.
Sure.
They were flying them, and they were charging developers a certain amount of money. Do you know what I mean? And so they're very successful. They're evidently very successful. It blew my mind they could pay a $300,000 fine, plus they paid another $100,000 to have them monitored.
Okay.
But we'll end up seeing more of that, I think. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean, right now, I think you have to register your drone if you have it. They passed that a while ago.
Yeah.
So they all have to be registered, just so if you find a drone doing something that it shouldn't be doing, or it's somewhere where it shouldn't be, just like a car, they now know that whose drone that is, as opposed to a drone just showing up like you're talking about in New York City, causing problems, and then they can't figure out who's behind it because the guy's a mile away, right? Now they're all supposed to be tracked. So
So there is a way to find out.
I believe they're registered.
Find out what, though?
Yeah, find out.
What do you find out what?
Well, how can you see the number? That's, I guess, on an airplane you can see the numbers sometimes. You know what I mean? But something up in the air like that would be tough to do, I think.
My next door neighbor is a crack rifleman, and he says he could take care of it, no problem.
I'm sure he can.
And I'm going, well, I don't know that.
I don't think that's too safe of an idea, but
yeah.
No.
Well, you know what's funny is that
life.
there's going to be, I suspect there's going to be fights over air rights and all of that.
Definitely.
You know, right.
We're just coming into figuring that out for sure.
Right.
Well, what I wanted to ask you about was Microsoft. Is it trying to break down, or is this basing?
It looks to me like it's basing. So you got Microsoft. They're going to be coming out with the numbers on the 26th, which is a week from tomorrow. And the 26th of January, folks, is a huge day.
For earnings, right?
Yeah, for earnings. Yeah. So Microsoft right now is, trading at the 62.38. And now, do you own this, Marie? What do we do?
Yeah, I already do. I have a profit in it, but I've been saying, well, I kind of wanted to hold it long term, but
I know it's a tough one when you've gone from $40, in September of 2015 to 62, and if you want to, the reason that I say that's an amazing move, folks, because Microsoft has 7.7. That's a billion, right? 7.7 billion shares.
Yeah, I mean they're a $500 billion company right now.
So to move that much,
right? When you start talking about percentages on a company that's worth almost $500 billion, right?
That's pretty incredible.
Huge value.
I know.
So you would expect it just kind of hangs around here for a while?
What has happened is that Microsoft is one of the best-looking equities out there and has been for quite a while.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's quite a channel.
It is. And it's pushed on volume, going all the way up to, the $60.78. So I don't see a lot of risk, in holding it, Marie, meaning that is it going to break down to 50? It doesn't look it to me, like the top is 56 of, that's quite a bit of support up at those 56 areas,
Okay.
And then you got, let's see, you have, 2.5% is yielding even at this point. Your yield would probably be bigger because you get in earlier. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's probably not a bad idea, just seeing how it works out. It's the 26th at 409. It's coming out with numbers. You just got to figure out. Do you really want to hold it you're talking a couple of years or something, right?
Yeah, I was hoping to hold it for a while.
Right. Well, the guy turned it around.
They're a good company.
And if you're going to hold something, I think that's a good hold.
They're in a good spot.
You know what I mean? I really do.
They get the Microsoft Office suite where now they're paying, they're on the recurring payment deal. People are paying recurring payments. They've kind of shifted that business model, and they've done it well. I mean, we do that. We use
and I love
services,
it.
Right.
And it's not that expensive, but we get a bunch of licenses, so it adds up. And then for the user, we always have. Ours is always up to date, which is
it's
great.
It's very easy in terms of you're doing it on the cloud, so I can access my email on my phone. I can access my email on my computer. They're updating simultaneously, and that's something like $9 a month, maybe, or something like that for a business. That's a nothing fee. But guess what? When you get the whole country doing it, and you're paying $9 a month,
it's good.
And really, you can't even pull yourself away from it, right? Once you're entangled in that, and you got talk about PowerPoint in there. You got Outlook, of course. We're talking about. We got all the other suites that come with it.
Well, and then they also sell drones for $1,000.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I saw it on an advertisement. And
Okay.
I'm going, oh my goodness.
Okay.
So,
I'm sure it's a good drone for $1,000.
for everybody.
Totally. Hey, what did you do at AMD? Did you move it out?
Yes.
Good for you. Nice. That was a good run.
That one worked.
That was a good run. Awesome. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. Well, I'm hoping gold's gonna now reward us.
I think this is a good run. I think we got it. We'll see. And when I say that, I think we got it and it's a good run. I like today. So what happens, folks, is that when you have these straight line moves, because gold won't back off, it totally makes sense. Like I was looking all morning saying, oh, should I take something off the table? Shouldn't I? And I know when I start playing calisthenics, and I said, no, get away from it, because right now it's a confirmed ABC up. And so I had to take my hands off the board this morning at home. I said, get away from it, man. Because what I was going to do is I was going to flip the position and trade dust for a bit. Then I says, you know what? It's an ABC up. Get your hands off the board, man. So.
Boy, that is a hard thing to do. It was hard for me to sell AMD.
Yes.
I was glad I did.
Right.
Do you think that's something that once it corrects here for a while, you'd get back in, or maybe?
Yeah, no, I do. I do.
You
No, it's setting up nice. AMD, it had that run from $6 up to $12.
Right.
And, you're coming back into where it's going to get some support. It would be like 82.
Was AMD the company yesterday that's facing the lawsuit now?
I don't know. That's Qualcomm.
Qualcomm, okay.
Yeah. Right at that.
I was looking at where it broke out on,
yes.
Let's see, what date was that?
The 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the high of that. And I just sit there and wait. Yeah.
Okay. Patience, yeah.
Yeah, and it's tough. There's no doubt. And the hardest thing is that when you get the good profit, and then not take it, it's like, oh, I don't want to,
It's always a battle.
It's a battle. It's a battle. But if you stay with the longer direction, meaning I'm trying to stay with this ABC up right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, I know how quick I can give it back. And so,
Get it.
Well, thanks so much.
Okay, Marie, have a great one. Have a safe one.
Right.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow is down 6. NASDAQ is up 9. S&Ps are up $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 13. Nasdaq's up 7. S&P's a flat. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, we were just talking to Marie, and we were talking about the gold market. A week from tomorrow, folks, I'm going to be doing a lesson in trading the nugget and the dust. They are the direction 300% bull and bear positions of the GDX. This is free. You can come on over, sign up. We just need your name, your email, what we're going to be talking about in this workshop from 6 to 7, because we know a lot of us trade it. That's the bottom line. So we really want to get a good understanding of how these work, meaning what's the competition, with the composition and mechanics of the leveraged market, leveraged ETF market. How does daily rebalancing work? What is the compounding in them? And then specifically, what happens when markets rise steadily, when they decline, and when they are flat but volatile. So that gives you an idea of how they work.
That's kind of the fundamentals of how they trade.
They do. And that would be, by the way, too, that would be all leveraged ETFs.
Right.
Okay?
Understanding how those doubles, triples,
yes,
scale on the way up, whatever it is, exactly.
And then we're going to talk about how I like to trade the dust and the nugget, meaning how we look at the nugget, how we look at the dust, how we look at the dollar, and then the weighting structure. And what happens, and that's why I think so many people like trading them too, because the once you get your head wrapped around the weighting structures, you know, there's more than 10 inside there. But if you get the first 10 down pretty good, you got a good understanding of where the probability will go.
And you're talking about the equities within the underlying market vectors, whatever they're trading, right?
They, you know, the Barracks of the world, the Newmonts of the world will go.
Any ETF, you should know the weightings of what you're buying or selling.
Right.
Really.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It helps dramatically.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and particularly,
I'd say you should. Not even that helps. You should.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I know you don't need to.
Oh, no,
but why would you not?
Oh,
you know?
listen, I agree.
It's not going to hurt you. That's for sure.
No, it's
so
going to.
It's only going to potentially help you.
It's going to help dramatically, and it helps throughout the whole trading day. Prior to the market opening, folks, okay, it helps beyond belief, because many times you can see one of these equities either higher or lower, and the ETF has not taken that into consideration yet until that hits at 9:30. And what ends up happening is that you're talking 4 or 5 cent difference in the ETF structure, and you know, I know that's small, but that's pretty good if you're trading intraday. Meaning that let's say if you have, and you see this a lot inside the Qs. Inside the Qs, if Qualcomm, because Qualcomm is a good weighting inside the NDX 100, Qualcomm, you know, could be down or up pre-market 4 or 5 points, and the NQs are just going along like, oh, nothing happened, everything's quiet. Well, everything's not quiet, because when that balances out at 9:30, you're going to see that balance, whether it's going to be a positive or negative. So when you start understanding that, you know, your probability goes higher that you're on the right side of that market. So it's going to be interesting watching this thing shake out. Today it's going to be particularly interesting because as Tommy and I are talking right now, the dollar just can't handle higher price. This is pretty wild. Yep. You know, they're selling the dollar down again. Now you had a counter trend bounce that got it up to 100.910. So that was up almost 600 ticks, and right now you're up 190.
Hey, for the first time in a long time, in 48 hours, we're going to have a president that wants a weak currency for America.
Right.
We'll see how that plays out.
Right. Well, it's a whole different ball game, and I think that was a curveball to. Well, it was definitely a curveball to the market, because you see how it sold off.
I mean, presidents don't usually want our currency to be worth less in the world scale.
That's right.
To put things in context, wrap your head around that one.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. And what that.
I'm putting it lightly. Don't usually. I can't find, you know, an instance where a president would say, I wish our dollar was worth less compared to the rest of the world. So, you know, I know people like to hear all this stuff, but in the grand scheme, that might not be what everybody really wants if they wrap their head around it. But we'll see when rhetoric becomes reality, we'll see what happens.
That one did it. That tweet, well, it wasn't a tweet. That was
that was an interview with the Journal, right?
Right, and it's on the headlines of the Wall Street Journal today.
Should be.
No, I know. It was. When I read it through, because when we got on the air yesterday, it was just happening overnight. That's when they must have had the interview. So it was on the headlines today, And that was unusual too, I thought. It's like even the journal saying, okay, well, and they're saying that he wants a weak dollar because he wants to see manufacturing come back. We'll see.
We will see.
Yeah, no, it's the bottom line is that
if it was just as easy as trashing the American dollar and everybody gets rich in America, why didn't we do that a long time ago?
Right.
But we'll see how that goes.
No, it's
yeah.
My take is that markets are always bigger than everyone.
Right.
So this is what's going to be the cool thing about watching everything shake out. You know what I mean? I remember for so long when Jon Snow was the Treasury Secretary, right? So I started the gold report when Jon Snow was Treasury Secretary, right? And the dollar was at 121.
Okay.
And his mantra, like everything else, we want a strong dollar. And the dollar went from 121 down to 71.
Sure. Well, in fairness, every single president has said that forever.
Yes, I understand.
It's not like Jon Snow came out. That was every single president up until 48 hours from right now.
Right.
So.
No, I understand that. And that's the bigger point, too. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I mean, good luck. There's no doubt that there's power there, but it's not as powerful as markets.
Yes, definitely.
That's what it comes down to.
Especially the currency markets, right?
Oh, the currency markets, if anything. They're so much bigger, folks, than the equity markets.
Right.
I mean,
cash is king.
Cash is king, and it depends on what currency you're dealing with. And, and when we talk currencies, as you're over to our website, if you're signing up right now for the workshop, don't forget Everbank. This deal here at Everbank, folks, particularly, so check this out. So if you just technically, my take is that the dollar failed and we're going to go back to 91. That's my technical take.
Yep.
Fundamentally, if this wasn't, he come out there once, if, in fact, the Treasury's going to come out and say we want a weak dollar and they're going to keep hammering it, there's a ways that they can basically keep a dollar down.
We just said like a minute ago that the currency markets run themselves, and now you're saying they can control them.
I understand that, but what they can do, so if I go to Japan for a second, and now this is they're only short-term deals.
Sure.
AB wanted a weak yen, and they could jam all those traders for 1 or 2 days, and then all of a sudden he wanted a week yen, and they got the strongest yen in the world.
You're talking about in the span in like a day.
Exactly,
sure.
Exactly. But in that context, folks, okay, Everbank has some amazing world currency access deposit accounts. And,
any currency you want, man.
Any currency you want. You want to go to Europe, you want to go to South America, you want to go to Mexico. The plan started at only $100 a month. Yeah. It's a great way to, it's particularly a great way if our dollar is going to get weaker, that you have more money and never mind going anywhere.
Sure.
Because you could always just keep it in there for a couple of years and then transfer it back.
Sure. Definitely.
So check it out on the front page of TFNN. You hit the right-hand side. You can call 855-750-4051. It's 855-750-4051. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. And, of course, then we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Growling a problem with you. Dow's down 31. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are flat. Gonna be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with hosts Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 23. You got the NASDAQ up 2. S&Ps are flat. Let's go take a look at the biotechs and see where they are. They're just hanging there. So not much action.
How about the XLF, the financials with all those banks coming up?
So the XLF.
So it was up barely a little bit. Now it's up barely.
Yeah. So what you have here with the XLF, we came down with volume yesterday, as the banks did. And what I'm looking at, I would love to see this thing bounce with light volume, and I'd sell it. Because what I'm looking at, folks, is that, it wouldn't be a monster, but it looks to me like it wants to do a retracement to 22.33. If you could get a bounce back up to almost 23.79, that wouldn't be a bad setup.
Yeah.
Because that what happened there is that would be a normal retracement, just the market that
Sure.
still can go higher.
Sure, you're not bearish the market, right?
You're just, right. But guess what? You might get
the type of moves we've had, man.
Right.
I mean, we should get some type of pullback in reality, because it's not even based off anything. It's based off like hopeful expectations.
Right. Right. And the
good
way
luck with that. In terms of just in anything. That's quite a move for basically nothing fundamentally actually occurring yet.
That's right. And the way the bonds are trading, bonds is telling me that rates are going down. So we're 2.36 right now. That feels really good compared to 2.59.
Right.
And it's not that much, but it really does feel good.
For sure.
The closer you get to 2% again, the more that, there's a big short position right now in these bonds, but the closer that comes coming down, those things are going to have to be closed out. And then the other side of that was Kevin Hinks brought up this morning was really cool, meaning the context of, if all these other countries start doing worse, the big sovereign funds will just put their money in bonds, U.S. bonds.
Definitely.
And that's just more demand than supply.
Definitely.
Yep. Pretty amazing.
It is.
You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Don't forget about the workshop I'm going to be doing. That's a week from tomorrow.
Go sign up. You reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it.
Right.
That'll be archived, so if you can't go, just go sign up. That way, you don't even have to worry about it.
Right.
Next Thursday, next Friday, you'll get the email, access the archive, you'll be all set.
We'll break that down, and the bottom line is that whether you trade them or not, if you trade the singles, great. You can be trading, the GDX.
Yeah, and realistically, you should be aware of it anyway.
Yeah, you should.
Especially if you're trading in that market, for sure.
There's no two ways about that. Let's go take a look at the volume. Let's see where we're at right now. So in the NYSE, We are at, oh man, this is weak.
Light. Yeah.
Wow, 195. Yeah.
It's a little juice.
The Nasdaq has some juice. It had it yesterday, too. And so that's a sideways move. Hey, we'll see where this thing shakes out. But we have the inauguration Friday. We have oil and gas numbers tomorrow. And then next week, that's when this thing kicks into gear.
And we got Patriots this weekend.
Who are they playing?
Oh, man, you're crushing me. I should know.
Okay, sorry.
I do know, but you put me on the spot.
And is this for the...
They're playing, how do I not... so bad.
Is this...
To go to the Super Bowl.
This is the... Okay, I got it. This is
They're playing Pittsburgh. There we go, of course.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be good. Okay.
Foxborough, you know it?
Right at Foxborough, too.
So the amusing thing is Roger Goodell, right?
Yeah.
So he has a tough relationship with the Patriots right now. So last weekend, he usually goes and watches at least a game. He's somewhere. Last weekend, he was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And because of the way things fell with Atlanta winning and then the favorite falling, Atlanta gets another home game all of a sudden. So instead of Goodell going to the Patriots, he's just going to go back to Atlanta again because he doesn't want to. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably a wise choice. Stay out of New England.
Unreal.
There we go.
You stay right there, folks. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next, and of course, then we're going to swim lessons. We got Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.